Brilliance Audio presents The Morning After by Lisa Jackson, performed by Natalie Naudis. Oh, God. It was cold. So cold. Bobby shivered. She was sluggish, could barely move, her mind groggy and dull. She wanted to sleep, to ignore the vague sense of uneasiness that teased at her mind. Her eyelids were heavy, as if she'd taken too many sleeping pills. An acrid odor reached her nostrils, something foul. She cringed and realized that her room was quiet. Still, eerily so. No sound of the hall clock ticking off the seconds, or the fan from the furnace turning the air. No. The silence was deafening. You're not in your room. The thought hit her hard. You're not in your bed. She forced an eyelid open. She was... where? The rancid smell made her gag. Slowly, her mind began to clear. Where the hell was she, and why couldn't she move? Her lungs were tight, the air thin, the darkness complete. Panic shot through her blood as she realized she was lying on her back, wedged against something hard, slick fabric pressed against her nose. It was dark, airless. She had trouble drawing a breath, and that god-awful smell. She nearly retched. This was wrong. All wrong. She tried to sit up. Bam! Her head cracked against something hard, and she couldn't move her arms, not upward, not side to side. She was wedged tight in a small space upon an uncomfortable bed. No, not a bed. Something softer and spongier and squishy with hard points poking upward against her back. And that horrendous rotting smell. Fear, cold as death, shrieked through her thick brain. She was crammed into some kind of tight box. And then she knew, with sickening clarity. She was stuffed into a coffin? God, no, that was impossible, unthinkable. Her mind was just clogged, that was all, and this claustrophobic paranoia was all part of some kind of weird, macabre dream. That was it. That had to be it. But her blood was pumping frantically through her body. Sheer terror sliced through her. No. Oh, no, please, no, this has to be a dream. Wake up, Bobby. For God's sake, wake the hell up. She screamed, and the shriek resounded in her eardrums, going nowhere, bouncing in the tight, airless space. Think. Don't panic. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Wildly, she tried to kick upward, but her bare feet hit the hard surface, a toenail catching on the lining. It ripped backward. Raw pain seared up her foot, and she could feel her nail hanging by a thread of flesh. This couldn't be happening. It was a nightmare. Had to be, and yet with all her might she tried to push, to climb out of this horrible confining space with its satin lining and, Jesus Christ, she was lying on something soft in places, hard in others, a body. You're lying on a body. No, please let me out. She shredded the lining with her fingers, scratched, clawed, and pounded, felt bones and rotting flesh and the bristle of hair against her bare skin. Bare skin? Dear God, was she naked? Shoved into this gruesome box without any clothes? Who had done this to her? Why? Help! Please help me! Her own screams echoed in her ears, ricocheting back at her. Oh, God, please, someone! Jesus Christ, was she really lying on a dead person? Her skin crawled at the thought of the rotting flesh beneath her, the lipless mouth pressed against the back of her neck, the bony ribs and hands, and maybe it's still alive, just comatose like you were. But she knew better. The once live padding beneath her was cold as death and reeked and was probably already decomposing and, oh, please let this be a horrible, monstrous nightmare. Please let me wake up. She heard sobbing and realized the sounds escaped from her throat. Don't panic. Try to figure a way out of this while you still have air. The fact that you're breathing means that you were probably just dropped here. Just because you're in a coffin doesn't necessarily mean you're underground.